60 seconds on government bonds. Well, a bond is a loan made by domestic or overseas investors to a government. And when you buy a bond, you're lending money to the government for a set period. And in return, the government promises to pay you regular interest, that's called the coupon, and repay the amount, the face value of the bond, when it matures. Typically, governments issue bonds to finance major government spending. For example, new infrastructure projects, education or increased health spending, or maybe some increased defence needs. Governments also use bonds to help stabilise the economy, particularly in the wake of recessions, perhaps induced by an external shock. So deficit finance fiscal stimulus is a typical fiscal policy. So why do investors buy bonds? Well, three main reasons. First of all, they're relatively low risk if you're buying bonds from a stable government with a good credit rating. And if the government issues index-linked bonds, well, the interest keeps pace with inflation. That helps to reduce the impact of rising prices. Bonds provide a predictable income with fixed interest payments, and they are a means for diversification. In particular, they tend to be lower risk compared to stocks. Interestingly, the UK government issues bonds. Clearly, they're running a big budget deficit, and then the yield in 2025, the yield on a 10-year gilt climbed to about 4.82%, the highest since the financial crisis nearly 20 years ago. The UK government has a tradition of issuing long-dated bonds, typically averaging 13 to 14 years before they mature, and the government has never missed a single repayment of government debt.